Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know if I can save the description of this video whilst I'm going live, but hopefully in the video you can see in the description, to make external links clickable, you must complete a one-time verification. Okay. So I can't make. I wanted to put a link in my description for this video, but I can't do it because there's some verification thing I have to do. I don't want to do it whilst I'm live, so I'm going to do it afterwards. Thanks so much for joining me today. This is day 12. If anyone's got to day 12 and they're like, what happened to day 1 to 8? And that's because we started early, and you might not have saw, but when I started this 100-day challenge, I didn't want to cheat. We were 7 days in, and I thought I could start at day 1 again with 6 clients. But actually we're 7 days in, so I don't know what's brightening me up over here. Anyway, let's get on to today's stats and a few things that we've learned. So this should be a shorter live, but there's a few good things about it, right? Firstly, I managed to schedule it ahead of time. It was only 10 minutes ahead of time, but I did schedule it. So I've now got a thumbnail that tells you what the day, the number of the day is. And I'll just schedule that. I'm going to do the live and then schedule tomorrow's live immediately afterwards. So that means it's scheduled, it's in the calendar. I've set up a calendar reminder so that I actually show up and do these and all that kind of jazz. So I'm trying to build some consistency and a bit of regularity to this, because 100 days live is a lot to go with. But we're working on this. And actually that brings me to a nice point. I had a meeting with Emma. Emma's my business partner, for those of you that don't know, and we talked about spinning plates. And I think if you're going for rapid deployment or rapid sales or rapid anything with HighLevel, just know that you're going to be spinning some plates. So, and we worked out that the first trial that we did about 3 weeks of that trial before we canned it and signed up with Extendly's. Extendly, we wanted 24/7 support, so we signed up with Extendly, and then we got their snapshot, but it meant we had to create a new trial. So we did that. So we did those 3 weeks, and I would say they were our experimental weeks, and we were just playing around with it at that point. And we're now 3 weeks and 2 days into our second trial, and actually that's when we started really setting this system up and this business up to sell the product. So we are, I guess, 6 weeks and 2 days in, and we've got a bunch of trials and leads and all that kind of stuff. So I think you can go fast, but just bear in mind that you're going to be spinning a lot of plates when you're doing that. So we've got the website that needs finishing, we've got leads that need messaging, we've got templates that we want to build, we have got questions that we're being asked that we don't know the answers to. So like all of this happens, but just stay really positive, keep spinning the plates, get some support in there. I'll tell you the kind of support that we're getting as well in a second. Keep spinning the plates, keep pushing forward. Eventually you're going to catch up with all of this stuff and it's going to start to get easier, but right now 6 weeks and 2 days in, it feels hard. It feels hard. But I'm just staying laser focused. And one of the things I've put on here is about staying focused on what we're trying to achieve. And what we're trying to achieve is 100 sales in 100 days and building out this amazing user community of the people that are using the tool, really supporting each other and giving value to those people as well. So here's the things for today. Let's talk about results first. So we want to talk about results. That's the most important thing when we're tracking this stuff. What gets measured gets managed. I think that's what they say. And you can't go for any kind of goals without tracking stuff, right? So you've got to. I think they also say what gets managed gets improved or something like that. Most people say what gets measured gets managed, but they miss the end off. I'm sure it's what gets managed gets improved. I'll have to find that out. So the results are that we've got 28 leads so far. This is 28 leads that have come into the system or that we've added as cold leads. It doesn't include those people that clicked the link yesterday in my email. I haven't got round to those people yet. So I will, between now and Monday for sure, go and add those as leads into the system and send them messages. Hey, you click my link. Do you want to talk about it? You're interested? Because if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I sent an mail shot to 500 people on my list. 12 of them have clicked the link from that to go and look at the beta, but they didn't sign up for the beta. So I think they just wanted to learn a little bit more about it. So I'll follow up with those people and they need added into this list. So total leads 28, but actually it's probably more 40, and I could just go and speak to those people and see where they're at. Leads still to message. So again, if you remember, on Monday I had something like 14 people to message. I messaged 6 of them yesterday after one of them chased me up and followed up, which was good. And I need to message another 8. So I've got 8 left to send SMS, WhatsApp messages to. We'll also, off the back of a conversation, a discovery call we had yesterday, we're also going to automate some of our pipeline. So what this means is we are going to, when they sign up for the beta, we're going to send them a thank you for signing up. We're going to put a wait delay in the automation and then send them, hey, your application has been approved, come and book a discovery call with us. We're going to send them an SMS for that. And then we're going to automate some of the stages through. But like I said earlier, spinning the plates, lots to do. It's in there as something to do, but it's not essential. It's not essential. What's essential is getting people to go to the beta form and sign up and register for the beta. Next then, sales call book this week. So sales calls booked this week is 5 so far. A little bit disappointed by 5 in a week. I thought I would have more this week, especially as I've not made any sales this week off the back of that. But hey ho. Let's go for 5 this week. That's only 1 a day. It's only 1 a day. I think it's 5. I'll have to double check it, but I think that's the case. So follow-ups then is 4. I've got 4 people. So of those 5 people, they all went through the discovery call. None of them have set up trials, and they are in our follow-up sequence now. And then what I've done is I've changed the sales part of the pipeline to say in trial. So rather than what I discovered in the pipeline in opportunities is that you can change the status of the lead from I think open or new, something like that, to 1, and that changes your dashboard. I can show you the dashboard actually. One thing I can show you so you can see these numbers as well. It would be worth you seeing it. Actually, I'll do this every day. That way I've not got any personal details in here. No personal details. Yeah, but you can see a lot from this dashboard. So let's jump over to that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there's no personal details here, so that's good. So you can see I've got, there's the numbers. These numbers are not quite correct yet. I'm still working on this. But you've got 20 leads, 19 hot leads, 10 booking confirmed. That's people who have booked sales calls. Yeah, so although I have 5 sales calls this week, I've got 2 already booked in for next week, so that's good. 6 in trial. So this is where I've changed. Oh, you can't see my mouse, can you? I'll highlight it at the bottom. Oh, yeah, now you can. So 6 in trial here. I've changed the status then, so it was sales, but I've put in trial because I don't think it's fair to say if they're in trial that they're a sale. Until you've got some money in the bank, you don't count those as sales. And then I've got 1 in here. So have I got 30 in there if I'm only saying that I've got 28? Obviously this knows something. Oh, it's because one of them's closed because I've counted them as 1. I know this person's going to sign up for an annual, so I've counted at 1. Still shouldn't count as 1 though. It's actually checking this system and changing the status to 1 just to see what would happen, and they fall off the pipeline once they've 1 and they're just considered a customer. So that's why it's saying my conversion rate 3.3%, and my pipeline value is here. So this is what I could get if everybody actually signed up. There's a bit of an error in the numbers. I've got to change a couple of the numbers as well to 79 instead of £79 instead of $97, just to make that more accurate. But I'll fix that as well. And then there's this big thing here. So there's a few just like who's in trial, who's actually won. So this is the stage distribution. So this pie chart should start to get a little bit better as we see who's won, who's lost, all that kind of stuff. All right, so I hope that makes some sense to you. That makes some sense to me. It's certainly, I'm learning. I'm not a salesperson, so I'm learning how this all works and trying to figure it out as I go. And again, it's just one of the plates I'm spinning. Then we get to what have we changed since yesterday? What have we, in our agile way that we talked about yesterday, what have we changed? So we've got a VA, Chris. I would say she's a senior VA in what we're doing. Chris is a fantastic member of our team, and we've got her to transcribe the videos and get questions from the videos. So every call that we've done, sales call or discovery call or onboarding call, we have recorded. We putting them into the script, transcribing them, and then getting the questions out of them. We're going to pull the questions out, make sure that we've answered them all for starters, and then come up with a frequently asked questions so that we're ready when the potential client asks us the questions. That's super important to us because it's about looking like experts and making sure we know what we're talking about. And this will feed into our pitch deck, and I actually can show you the pitch deck if you want as well. So this is something we're working on, and it's worth seeing. So let's go to here, and we've got a pitch deck. So this is our pitch deck so far. Yeah, let's go through. So this is what I'm going to start using eventually, and what this is going to do is this is going to give us a predictable pitch, and which we can then improve as we go. So we talk about Last CRM, features, benefits, before and after, pricing and packages. This is a little bit about what it is. Meet the team. So this is just introducing me and Emma. This is the features of the system, so we get to talk about these features a little bit, and we're not in the system when we're doing this, we're just explaining it. Then we show some of the dashboard. We're going to improve these screenshots, especially now you can see that dashboard is old and not as colourful as the one we had before, so we're going to improve that. Conversations, so we talk about conversations, calendars, contacts, payments, marketing, automation. So all the things you know and love about the system we'll talk about. Give them a bit of benefits, a bit of a benefit statement here with some of the stuff that's good for them. Talk about how they get support, so 24/7 support, and then there's a bit of a before and a last. We'll probably add in more case studies here. So this will be like how people are actually using the system, because that's really going to add some value. That's what we're getting in these discovery calls, is the case studies. So we know that some people are using Calendly, they're using MemberVault, they're using all these different systems, and as we help them move across, we can then create case studies that we can deliver on here as well. Then we've got pricing and packages, one price, one package, and then thanks very much. So that's it really. So nice little pitch deck, but we definitely want to improve on that for sure. So let me come back. Where's my mouse gone? All right, and then the last couple of things I want to mention today. Start trial. Yeah, so I mentioned changing the pipeline to start trial. And then one of the main questions we had was about SMS charges and email charges, and we realised that some of the HighLevel agencies charge you for emails, which we're not doing initially in the first 100. What the hope is that we can absorb that cost and bring those people on, and we feel like we worked it out something like 1,000,000 emails costs us $1,000, 100,000 costs us $100. So as long as we don't get huge users, then, and we've got one already, then we should be fairly cost effective with that. But we think that we focus on the 100 users, everything's included in the price, and we'll grandfather those people, so this won't happen to them. But we'll then, the users after that, we might change the price. We're thinking we might even sell it for $197, and then keep the email costs involved in that as well. And then the first 100 they just stay at $97 forever. So I think that might be a good strategy for us, just to get a good base of users. And then there's also the fact that if they use SMS messages and we put a little markup on it, which is available in the system to do that, we can use that markup to offset the cost of the emails. So we encourage people to use SMS, we get to charge them additional fee for that, and that offsets the cost of the emails. So that's how we're thinking about it, but we don't really know yet. That's just one of the plates we're spinning to try and figure out what this business, all the stuff you do when you start a business at the start, come up with your business model, coming up with your offer, all that kind of stuff, the goals and all that kind of things you want to achieve. We've not really done any of that. We've just got this focus on 100 clients, 10k a month. and see how fast we can get to there, and then maybe we can reset at that point and work it out. And the last thing I'll say is that the discovery calls that we've had this week where we've not managed to convert users has been disappointing. Like, even though I'm not a salesperson, I still take joy from selling and probably for the most part, I take joy from giving something to somebody that I know is going to help their business. We're not selling this product because we just want to make loads of money. Our USP is all about our community, and it's about helping the businesses grow their business, helping the business owners automate the business, market their business better. And so I get frustrated when there's people that are not quite convinced enough to sign up, because I'm like, I know this is going to benefit your business. What is it that I'm missing that's not making you think, I need this now, I need this, it's going to save me so much time, this is going to save me so much money, and how can I get them in the right space to do that? So instead, rather than focusing on, hey, it's not this is frustrating, we're not getting people over the line, I'm focused on the learning. I've said to Emma, we're learning so much from these calls. That's why we've recorded them. That's why we're transcribing them, while we're getting the questions answered. We've got to focus on, actually, sales is not the only thing, even though that's our goal. Sales is not the only thing. We wanted to onboard people and have these discovery calls in this instance, rather than just going, hey, we've got this product, here's the trial page, go and sign up for a trial. We could have done that, and we could have been anonymous, really, and not had our face and not connected with them in that way, and had these half-an-hour discovery calls. One of them was an hour and a half almost, and it didn't lead to a sale. Like, everything about every salesperson I've ever spoke to is like, have a 15-minute call, and if you can't close them in 15 minutes, just cancel the call, get rid of them, try to identify them and find their pain points and sell to them, close, like all of that stuff. I get all of that. That's not our only purpose for doing it, though. I want to be able to demonstrate to small business owners that actually this is the tool that's going to be beneficial to the business. So I don't have to spend loads of time convincing them. They can just see the value. And I think that's where the pitch deck and giving some of these case studies are going to really, really help do that. All right, so that's it for today. This is day 12. We finish our trial on Monday, Tuesday, and we are going to extend it by 2 weeks. So just push it out a little bit further so we can get as much money in before we get charged that $497 agency fee, to see if we can actually get the money in the bank first, so that we don't have to put some investment back into the account, because that's where we're at the moment. We've got £200 in our social team agency fund, and we want to obviously increase that and make sure we're cash positive. Neither of us have invested any money in it yet, and we don't want to be in that page. We want to always stay cash positive. So that's where that is. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you got this far, do leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hope this has been useful. Hope you're enjoying this 100 days. I know I've only got 9 subscribers right now, and I know I've only got a handful of views, but I don't care. I know this documenting this journey is going to be super, super valuable to us in 3, 6, 12 months time. So I'm just going to keep doing it. Okay, bye-bye.